The Voice Season 26 Episode 4 Recap. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. If you thought being a coach on The Voice was a fun gig, just ask this season's quartet. Night 4 of the blind auditions kicks off with a little montage of the coaches filming promos, and they're just laughing and smiling, telling us how much fun they're having. It's infectious and a true testament to the energy they're bringing for Season 26. But when the competition is on, they each put on their game face. As each coach continues to build their team, the rookies, Snoop Dogg and Michael Bublé, huddle with Gwen Stefani as they know they must take down last year's champ, Reba McEntire. Just look out for her scepter. She might smack you with it if you try to mess with her game or show up in your dressing room with a threat. It's a slow start overall for her, but newbie Bublé picks up the slack. How? Well, because he spends the entirety of the episode lying to the prospects. Between saying it's his anniversary, it was Gwen and Blake Shelton's, and claiming he used to sing on a cruise ship before he sank, that was the plot of Titanic. Bublé does what he can to make the competition hilarious. Michael Bublé tries and lies his way to the top. One of the themes thus far this season is the cowboy hat fake-out. This gimmick is when an artist hits the stage in darkness, and all we see is a wide-brimmed hat resembling that of a cowboy hat. We believe they are going to be a country singer, and then, when they open their mouth, they bring something completely unexpected. Such was the case for the evening's first entry, Jay Paul. The stylish soul singer has an impeccable stage presence, earning 3 out of 4 chairs. Reba McEntire admits that she thought he was a woman when she turned, but to her surprise, he was not. Notably, this is not the first instance of this in the competition. He reveals that he was raised singing soprano, which he also does when he sings background for Stephanie Mills, a not-so-subtle name drop. The background vocalist is now a solo artist as he joins Team Bublé. The fourth night of blind auditions is soulful among many of the night's artists. With soul in his voice, Jameson Puckett sings Faithfully by Journey for the coaches. The 34-year-old Memphis native shares that he's brought his style to Los Angeles, where he is about to have his first child with his wife. Michael Bublé and Reba McEntire create their own fight club in hopes of swaying him over to their team. In the end, Michael Bublé prevails again, adding another force to his already strong team. Bublé truly has a type of artist on top of mind. Shy, who missed her high school graduation to audition, performs Superman by 5 for Fighting, where she pays homage to her mother who was sick during their childhood. It is an emotional performance that earns a 4-chair turn and an immediate standing ovation. The coaches were eager to have Shy join their team, seeing the uniqueness in their vocals. Before picking Michael Bublé as their coach, Shy gifts the coaches rocks and crystals. Notably, it was the first and only time of the night Bublé didn't try to lie his way to a prospective artist. For this week's sob story, we meet Sloane Simon, a 19-year-old NYU student. She shares that she's been the hope during some trying times in her family, including her mother's cancer return and her father's diagnosis with melanoma. Simon's bright smile brings joy to her performance of Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield. As soon as the coaches begin to turn, her optimistic smile showcases her pop star potential. She formally opened for Heart's Ann Wilson and attends the Clive Davis Institute. But now she joins Team Gwen. The Voice Season 26 continues to heat up as Episode 4 hit the screens, delivering another night packed with powerhouse vocals, unexpected song choices, and the ever-present rivalry between the coaches. As the blind auditions keep rolling, the pressure is on for contestants to land a spot on a team and for coaches to build the strongest lineup possible. Episode 4 was no exception, featuring some standout performances, intense competition among the coaches, and a little bit of drama with the overarching theme, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. This season's coaching panel consists of the iconic John Legend, the ever-competitive Kelly Clarkson, country superstar Reba McEntire, and newcomer Niall Horan, who's already proving to be a serious contender. The dynamic between the coaches is a perfect blend of banter, mutual respect, and outright scheming, making it clear that each of them will do whatever it takes to secure the best artists. The night begins with a bang. Episode 4 kicked off with a soulful rendition of Ain't No Sunshine by a young artist named Emily, whose voice packed a punch with a raw edge that had both depth and control. From the very first note, John Legend's face lit up, but Kelly Clarkson wasn't far behind in hitting her button. By the time Emily hit the chorus, all four coaches were vying for her attention, each using their own special tactics to sway her. John leaned on his experience and his background as a fellow soulful artist. Kelly highlighted how she could help Emily navigate the intricacies of blending soul with pop, while Reba talked about the importance of storytelling through music. However, it was Niall's appeal to the younger generation and his understanding of modern musical trends that made the difference. After much deliberation, Emily decided to go with Team Niall, setting the tone for what would be an unpredictable and strategic episode. The coaches pull out all the stops throughout the episode. The coaches continuously stepped up their game in their pitches to the contestants. John Legend, known for his calm and collected demeanor, began to get more aggressive in his approach, offering detailed feedback and even pointing out his success with similar artists in past seasons. Meanwhile, Kelly Clarkson embraced her playful but persuasive style, reminding contestants of her own American Idol experience and how she understands the pressure they're under. Reba McEntire, despite being the country queen, showed her versatility and open-mindedness by turning her chair for artists outside of her genre. She emphasized her ability to guide any artist to success by focusing on the emotional connection to the songs. Niall Horan, on the other hand, adopted a somewhat cheeky approach, reminding contestants that he's the most recent winner on The Voice and using humor to break the tension and draw artists to his team. The level of competition between the coaches reached a high point when two of the most sought-after artists of the night, a brother-sister duo named The Hills, performed a hauntingly beautiful cover of The Sound of Silence. Their harmonies were so tight and their arrangement so unique that all four coaches were on their feet before the song was even over. Immediately, the coaches began pulling out all the stops. Kelly and Niall, who had already built a playful rivalry this season, took it to the next level by making a temporary alliance to block John Legend from adding the duo to his team. The move caught John off guard, and while he laughed it off, it was clear he wasn't happy about losing out on such a talented act. Ultimately, the duo chose to go with Team Kelly, leaving Niall shaking his head but smiling at the fun of it all. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. This episode made it clear that strategy is just as important as talent when it comes to The Voice. The coaches are not afraid to play dirty, using blocks, alliances, and even mind games to outmaneuver each other. The underlying theme of the night was perfectly encapsulated in a playful moment between Kelly and Niall when Kelly jokingly said, "If you're not cheating, you're not trying." The comment came after Niall blocked her from turning for a contestant she had been visibly excited about. The playful nature of the competition kept the episode light, but the seriousness of the talent on stage was undeniable. Each artist that performed left an impression, whether it was through a stunning vocal range, a unique interpretation of a song, or simply raw emotion. Standout performances. In addition to Emily and The Hills, a standout artist was 16-year-old singer-songwriter Mia, who performed an original song titled Broken. Her performance was a perfect blend of vulnerability and confidence, and it didn't take long for the coaches to start fighting for her. John Legend, who's often seen as the coach for more polished vocalists, was visibly moved by the authenticity of Mia's lyrics and fought hard to get her on his team. However, it was Kelly Clarkson's relatable energy and ability to connect with younger artists that ultimately won Mia over.